What's your name?
My name's Ajit, people call me AJ.
How old are you?
43.
43. Where you from?
Born and bred in Hackney.
Whereabouts in Hackney?
London Fields.
Yeah? Nice. Did you grow up with your mum and your dad?
My dad jogged on when I was young. And my mum brought me up with my 8 brothers and sisters.
You had 8 brothers and sisters?
Yeah, some of them's got different dads.
I see. Are you still close to them?
Close to my mum, the best.
But none of your siblings?
Yeah, close, yeah, but yeah. We're close, man, we're all close, yeah.
Okay. What was it like growing up in Hackney then?
It was quite bad. I had to try and fit in and that. Yeah, it was a rough old place, seen some deep stuff, but got through it.
Yeah?
Alright, yeah. Been shot, been stabbed myself, I've got wounds and everything. But it's just the way a part of life it is. You know what I mean? Growing up in Hackney, and it's just from different places, I feel anyway, as men. Been brought up like men don't cry and all that, don't show their feelings and all that, so I had to bottle it all in when things went wrong, and anyone troubled me for like labelled the man in the house when I was like 11 years old, so when things went wrong I blamed myself, and then as getting older went looking for the people that stressed my family out, and yeah, ended up going to prison my first sentence, 6 years. And
What was that for?
GBH, taking someone's eye out and giving them 50 stitches in the face and neck.
Seriously?
Yeah, because they robbed my house.
At what age was this?
21, just turned 21. It was on the 2nd of May and my birthday's April the 28th. So my first year sentence, 6 years straight to Pentonville, no pass go.
How many times have you been in jail?
About 15 times.
Is it?
Yeah.
For what? What sort of?
All violent, all knife, violence, nothing else.
Did you finish your studies?
I left school with no qualifications, because I was growing up and that, my mum meeting all abusive men and stuff like that. I can remember just always moving around when I was young and going to different schools and stuff, and I ended up having to go to this special school like, where there was about 20 us pupils and about 4 teachers, and yeah, I got on well there, but left school with no qualifications. Got my qualifications in jail, to be honest.
What are you qualified in?
I'm a qualified youth worker. I come out after, I didn't get parole. I come out after doing 4 years in prison from a 6-year sentence and Watford Albany probation service. Actually going back to the prison I got released from as a youth worker and a facilitator, trying to divert youngsters away from drugs and crime and in the right direction, and I loved it. It was the real deal. I weren't no textbook, and plus it was helping me like practice what you preach, and everyone was trying to get me to work for them. It was really good. Yeah, but I come back to the same old area, and after about 6 months of being released from that 6-year prison sentence and doing probation, working as a probation officer basically, I ended up taking cocaine and left the job I was doing because I basically would end up being late and yeah, practice what you preach couldn't do.
If you love doing what you're doing, why are you taking cocaine?
Because I was in denial about the drug, and I thought I could control it. Because I thought alcohol was my drug of choice. I thought as long as I weren't drinking alcohol I could be alright, but it weren't.
When did you start taking drugs?
About 11 years old, I remember taking cannabis.
So the first drug you took was cannabis?
Yeah.
11?
Yeah.
And then?
Alcohol at that time as well. And then when I went into, and then 16 cocaine. I started taking cocaine every weekend. When I was 16, going out and stuff, pubs. And when I went away from my 6-year sentence, before actually going to prison, I associated people that took heroin and crackers, handbag snatchers, and just low life, something I thought I'd never do basically. But when in prison, because cannabis stays in your system for 28 days and heroin for 3-4 days, I thought I'd take heroin, and I got involved with that. Yeah, and I loved it. Took me away from reality of prison life.
Was it easy to get in prison then?
Easy. We had, well, not we, when I say I was a part of it, because I weren't, I'd be lying, but there was a lot of it in jail and officers would bring it in a lot.
How do you pay for it
Yeah, that's the thing about it. There's a lot of rich people in jail that they've got money on the outside, so that's where it all comes into. Yeah, because in prison, everyone only gets to spend the same amount. As a person on remand, you can get to spend £35 a week. When you're sentenced, it's £15 a week. But if you've got money outside, then you get someone sent that money, like as it always happens. So that's how it always gets done. Like me, when I started taking drugs, I would pay £50 off a dealer within the prison for 8 wraps of heroin, and I'll tell my mum that I'm buying a pair of trainers off someone, send her that £50 to that person within the prison, and as soon as it lands, I'll get it. The drugs.
So you was using your mum, to pay for the drug habit, basically?
No, it was my money.
It was your money?
Yeah.
How did you get that money?
Because when I'm in jail, because I don't sign on, my money just goes in my account because I'm down as disabled. I don't have to sign on, so yeah, my money goes automatically in my account, so I go in jail and my money's rolling still. I come out to thousands even.
Do you?
Yeah.
They keep paying you, right, even by your
They sure do.
What's your disability?
Personality disorder. I hear voices. Or do I?
Or do you?
Do I?
Do you hear voices?
So no more. I always hear voices. Sorry, yeah, I'm alright.
Alright, so you started taking heroin in prison?
Yeah, yeah.
When you came out?
Yeah, I went back to alcohol and stuff, because that was my drug of choice, as I said. But I started mixing with other people that just took crack and heroin, and I started going there and just drinking my alcohol and taking a bit of crack and cocaine, because again I thought I couldn't get addicted, and then after a short period of time I found myself not drinking and just taking crack and heroin, and bam, that's where I'm at now. I'm a full-blown crackhead and heroin addict, which I'm ashamed of, to be honest. Something I never thought I'd be.
And you fund it through the disability money?
I sure do. I'm loaded, but I'm skint.
So you don't do anything else to make money, just that?
I do, yeah, yeah.
What else do you do?
I do some dodgy, I get money and that. I do kind of like, I'll go around collecting money off people to help people, because I tell them I'm a recovering addict, an alcoholic, but really I'm lying to them. I'm not. I'm still using, and I say I'm trying to help others, and I'm doing it voluntary. And would you be able to help me with some money, because I'm homeless, which I'm not, and they give me money and I spend it on drugs.
So in a day, how much do you say you spend on drugs?
I say about £100 easy, and on my pay I'll get about £1,200 a month on my benefits cash. And that goes in one night, £400 a night. And I'm ashamed of it, but what started off as a part-time thing turned into my life now, and I'm ashamed, and I want to change. And moaning all the time that I want to meet people, but I'm not actually going nowhere to meet them and everything.
Do you have any intention of giving up?
I sure do, and I'm going to be in the process of doing that. And like when I've tried stopping before, I've tried stopping for my family, for my friends, but I've lost all that now. I love my family, and I've been stupid, and I want to do things right now. But because what started off first as something that was just a part-time thing and I was in control of, turned into like now my lifestyle, which, as I said, I'm ashamed of. It's become my life. I'm waking up, I need heroin, and I want to stop, and I'm actually in the process. I've been assessed by the drug and alcohol team and took the first step, and again for myself, and I'm looking to give up, and I'm aware of it, things I need to do, and I'm going to do it. I hate it, the lifestyle that it's led me into.